Everybody, welcome to the April 8th, 2022 edition of PWTorch Daily Newswire. I'm your host, Tyler Sage, at Ringham Tyler, and here to give you the 5 minutes of news for your day today. So let's get started. We got to start today with the Tony Khan tweet, heard around the world, memed around the world. His tweet today that all the people that disparage AEW on Twitter are basically controlled by a number of entities, and they're essentially a bot farm, without any proof to be laid out at this point. And I think this will be in the discourse for the next couple of days. But again, another odd choice to shoot this tweet from the hip, I guess, would be my only analysis to this. If there is something to it, that is one thing, but it seemed not a huge issue to me as someone who, tries to cover this on a regular basis, that I think with anything, there's going to be bots and people, anytime you see a 1172131456789 on the end of a name, probably a bot. So just be careful if you didn't know that. Just a heads up to you there, but maybe that's something that more people need to know. So interesting situation. I think it's more noteworthy for the memes that, again, Tony Khan has created, just like the Big Swole tweet. Obviously, much different circumstances. This one is comedic in nature because there's not someone losing their livelihood as a result. So just an interesting thing I wanted to bring up at the top. Kind of a slow news day, to be honest with you, but was definitely another interesting case in Tony Khan, the public figure, for AEW. So just something to note. So we also had WWE/NXT as the same entity coming out and saying that the NXT Tag Team Titles have been vacated for obvious reasons, as reported by Zach and I the last couple of days with Nash Carter. So it says there will be a match to crown new champions this Tuesday on NXT. So check out that. I'm sure we will get the teams involved, at least one of them. Maybe they'll make it a storyline, but we should see at least one of the teams that are going to be part of that in the news in the days to come. So check here for that information. We also had Tony Khan, again, all over the place on this, a lot of AEW news today, announced that Dynamite and Rampage would be streaming on New Japan World. So that's another notch in the belt, if you will, for that relationship with New Japan to continue to flourish and grow. So I think that's only a positive sign if you're a fan who wants to see more Minoru Suzuki types, more Tomohiro Ishii types in AEW, and the potential of some major AEW stars going to Japan for tours for the G1, etc. So only a positive sign if you are a fan of that. And if you're a fan of wrestling, you should, I would say that that's only a positive to see performers go elsewhere and have fresh matchups across, and companies working together, to that extent, I think is super beneficial. So very exciting news for me personally coming on this front. We also had news that Rick Boogs had surgery and it was successful. So that is great news, and wishing him the best and hope to see him back soon. Not a ton of in-ring time for him, but he's obviously a fan favorite, and I think him coming back from injury gives WWE a good opportunity to, not make him a main event guy, but he should have a lot of good momentum coming in once he's back. So I'm curious to see how WWE treats him when he comes in, and see if him and Shinsuke still are a pairing as a result. Tony Khan, again, last Tony Khan segment here, but he was interviewed by ESPN, and he announced that sometime in the summer that fans should expect another Blood and Guts match, and that a Stadium Stampede match may not be happening not as a result, but either. We saw both in quick succession, I think, as a negative last year. So I think the lesson was learned there, and to space them out, and Blood and Guts is coming probably to be a special episode of Dynamite. And so look forward to that. Obviously, there are some Jericho teams and some Eddie Kingston teams, so that would fit. But till the summer seems like a long time to get there. So we'll see if it's another Inner Circle and Pinnacle type story that goes on for a long period of time here. So just keep an eye out on that. And then also we do Smackdown tonight. So we'll see what happens. Obviously important Smackdown after Mania. A couple nights removed, but we'll see where major players are going after Mania and kind of see, especially with Roman Reigns. Obviously there's rumors of him being potentially injured out for a little bit. See what he does tonight, seeing if he gets aligned with his next opponent now, or if they kind of delay that and tell other stories around that, I think is very interesting. So we will see. And then obviously this Rampage after that. So happy wrestling, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow.